Regression analysis. Regression analysis is a technique that helps us to analyze relationships between variables to better understand the world around us. Variables are items of data that describe an attribute or characteristic of an object or participant. They can be categorical, placing objects or participants into discrete groups, or continuous, placing an object or participant somewhere on a scale according to a specific attribute. In data analysis, variables can be assigned as predictors, also known as independent variables, or outcomes, also called dependent variables. There are many applications for regression analysis. Within longitudinal studies, we can examine how early life circumstances or characteristics relate to outcomes in adulthood, middle age, or later life. For example, we may want to see whether there is a clear relationship between people's academic performance at school and their life satisfaction in middle age. Using a scatter diagram, we can plot the life satisfaction score of individuals in our sample against their average academic achievement. We can see that there is a pattern. But can we say how much more satisfied with life people can expect to be if they averaged 1 grade point higher at school? How about if they averaged half a grade point lower? We can summarize the data on the graph by drawing a line roughly through the middle of all the data points. This is the regression line, and we can use it to estimate or model the relationship between our independent and dependent variables. From this model, we can predict that someone who had a grade point average of 2.5 would approximate a life satisfaction score of 7.6 out of 10. This is around 0.8 lower on average than someone with a GPA of 3.5, whose life satisfaction score would be around 8.4. It is important to remember that the line is just an estimation and will not predict the outcome perfectly. One of the advantages of regression analysis is that this simple model can be extended to include more and more independent variables. This is important as it allows us to adjust for variables such as confounders. Confounding variables are related to both the independent and the dependent variable, but are not an intermediate factor on the pathway between them. For example, we might suspect that sex confounds the relationship between academic performance at school and life satisfaction in middle age, because girls achieve better academic results than boys, and women also report higher life satisfaction than men. With regression analysis, we can simply add a variable for sex to our model. After controlling for sex, the estimated association between academic performance and life satisfaction in middle age is weaker. You can continue adding more and more variables to regression models. Regression models are therefore a powerful statistical method for understanding the relationship between variables. To learn more about regression and how it can be performed in different software packages, check out our guidance and suggestions for further reading on the Closer website and Learning Hub.
Okay, so hello, good afternoon. Ayan, so kamusta naman po? Kamusta naman ang ating Monday? Okay, so today we're gonna continue our discussion. So we're gonna continue our topic regarding supervised learning. So today we're gonna discuss the second part for the supervised learning. So last time we have some samples for the classifications. Which is sasabi natin for classification more on kung saan natin kina-classify or kung saan natin ginugroup yung mga certain content. Diba? So isa sa mga sample na ginamit natin for the classification we use the decision tree or tinatawag natin divide and conquer algorithm. Diba? For a divide and conquer algorithm, so ginagawa lang naman natin doon, we have one specific problem, then one main problem, then those problems di-divide natin into specific problem. Okay? Or ginugroup natin sila based on colors, gender, age, or whatever based on the classification. Tapos, in this classification, or this breakdown, kung pwede pa ba siya ma-break into pieces, into pieces, into pieces. Parang main problem, di-divide to a specific problem. The specific problem will be divided to a sub-problem, then sub-problem, then sub-problem. Or tingin natin kung pwede pa siyang ma-divide into something. Then after that, kung na-divide natin sa lahat, dapat yung final division, o final layer dun sa decision tree natin should be answerable by yes or no. Then, kung ang data content natin should be answerable by yes or no, so pagsasamahin natin yon o tinatawag natin counter para makapag-come up tayo kung yung mga bagong data set ba kung saan sila mabibilong. Okay? Then sabi natin for machine learning is all about prediction. Prediction meaning pwedeng tumama, pwedeng hindi, or pwedeng sakto lang yung nahulaan natin na content. Okay? Sino yung mga prediction na content natin. So ngayon, more about the regression. Okay. Then, the session is recorded. So this is 40-minute session lamang. So just in case na maputo, rejoin lang kayo on the same link. Okay? So that is a 40-minute session. Just in case na maputol siya, so just rejoin na lang. Okay? So ngayon, we're gonna discuss all about the introduction to linear regression and correlation. So when we say regression, is yung mga variable content ba natin ay kung tumataas yung isa, tataas ba siya or bababa ba? So yun yung more about regression di ba? So kung up, down, or nag-stay lang ba yung certain content to a certain relations, okay? Then pag correlation analysis, pag sinabi natin kung may pagbabago ba, kung tumaas ba isang content, tataas ba din ba siya or bababa or stay the same. That is ibig sabihin ng correlation. Kung may pagbabago sa isang variable, affected ba siya or hindi. Okay? So ito yung mga terms na gagamitin natin for this session. So we have the word scatter plot or the scatter diagram is used to show the relationship between two variables. So scattered, ibig sabihin kalat-kalat or hiwa-hiwala yung mga values natin. Okay? Then we have the correlation. So correlation is the analysis used to measure the strength of the association between two variables. Okay? Or the only concern with the strength of the relationship. Kung tumataas ba, tataas din ba, o kaya bababa, or almost the same. Okay? So linear, ibig sabihin isang straight line na content. Linear, ibig sabihin linear relationship. So kahit nakascattered siya or kalat-kalat, may tendency nagmi-meet or saan pwedeng magkita yung mga certain content natin. Okay? So this example of a linear relationship. So linear, ibig sabihin, they're always forming a line. So as you can see, meron tayong line content. Ayan. Then pag sinabi naman curvilinear relationship, so almost pa-curve na yung content natin. So on this session, we're gonna focus on the linear relationship one. Ito kasi yung regression, may pagka-part na siya ng statistical content. Pero syempre, yung mga part ng statistical content na yan, so hindi na natin siya isasama. Kasi ano na siya, out of coverage area. Diba? Meaning, hindi na natin siya sakop. So ang sakop lang naman natin is all about regressions. So doon lang tayo magpo-focus. So may mga makikita kayo dito na terms na part na siya ng statistics nyo. So kaya minsan hindi na natin siya isasama. Okay? So paano natin masasabi na strong ang relationship ng ating mga variables such as variable x and variable y? Is technically yan. Masasabi natin strong relationship sila kung medyo magkakalapit na yung ating mga values or yung ating mga content. Yan. It's either yung value natin pataas, ayan, or yung value natin ay pababa. Okay? Then masasabi naman natin weak ang relationship natin kapag nakita nyo dyan as halos malayo na yung distance ng pagkakascattered. Strong, medyo malapit lang yung pagkakascattered. So weak relationship, medyo malayo ni scattering content. Ayun, pag sinabi natin no relationship, so ganyan. Okay? So parang titingnan natin walang lines or walang capabilities na may magbimit sa gitna. So that is considered as a no relationship. Okay? So ito yung mga term na gagamitin natin. I know, familiar na sa certain terms. So we have the correlation, measure the strength of the linear association between two variables. And we have the correlation, coefficient, which is indicated by R, is a measure of the strength of the linear relationship between two variables based on actual or sample observation. Dito sa mga content natin, so meron tayong mga variables na tinatawag. So may tinatawag tayong dependent variable and independent variable. Pag sinabi natin dependent variable, this is the main factor. Ito yung main factor that we're trying to understand and predict. So yung mga dependent variable, ito yung mga gusto nating i-predict. Ayan. And we have the independent variable. So pag sinabi natin independent variable, ito, kung ano man mangyayari sa independent variable will affect your dependent variable. Okay? So, dependent, ito yung gusto natin hanapan ng prediction. Independent, kung anong changes dito may affect the dependent variable. Okay? So, let's try. So, we have some features of R. So, ito yung gagamitin natin for our conclusions. Yan, sa mga conclusion content natin. Grabe sa LTR. Okay. So dito natin malalaman kung strong relationship ba meron sa kanila. So kapag negative, so the stronger the negative linear relationship. So we have closer to 1, that is the stronger the positive relationship. And closer to 0, the weaker the linear relationship or no relationship at all. Ibig sabihin, walang kinalaman si X kay Y and vice versa. Ibig sabihin, kapag nakuha natin sa correlation ay 0. Ibig sabihin, there's no relationship at all. So kahit anong pagbabago ng X, hindi apektado si Y. So this example of approximate value. So approximate lang siya, hindi siya yung actual content. So we have the R negative 1. So kapag R is negative 1, so straight line siya pero pababa. So we have R is equivalent to negative 0.6. Yan. So scattered siya. So still pababa. Then ay pag R is equivalent to 0, no relation at all. So mapapansin nyo horizontal lang. So usapan natin linear is naka-slant. So pag naka-horizontal, yung mga data natin it become indicated as no relationship at all. Then we have R positive 0.3. So that is pataas. Then R positive 1. So they're straight line sila. Diba? Pataas. Okay? Yeah. So ngayon gagawin natin, magkakaroon tayo ng manual computations, pero we're gonna use the Microsoft Excel. So para mas mabilis natin ma-compute yung mga bagay-bagay. Okay? So para daw makuha natin si correlation, so meron tayong formula dito. So we have the indicated formula. Coefficient R is equivalent to N. N represent for the number of givens. Ayan. We have the summation of xy minus summation of x times summation of y over the square root of n quantity summation of x squared minus quantity summation of x quantity squared times the n summation of y squared minus the quantity summation of y squared y squared. Okay? So pag ganyan, so let's plot lang natin yung mga given values. So meron tayo daw given. So magma-manual muna tayo. So let's do manual computations. So magkakaroon muna tayo ng manual computations. So magkakaroon muna tayo ng manual computation. Yan. So kunin daw muna natin yung summation of xy. So we have syempre the xy. Yan. So gamitin natin yung formula for the xy. Syempre meron tayong x squared. So syempre we have the x squared. So we have the x squared. Then we also have the y squared. Yan. So i-apply lang natin lahat. Then kunin daw natin yung summations ng ating mga given. So we have the summation. So summation is just simply the sum of all numbers. Yeah. Right? So kunin lang natin yung xy. So siyempre that is x times y. So this is x times y. So this is x times y. And so this is 280. So drag. So drag lang naman natin yan para mabilis. Then we have the x squared. So kunin lang natin yung x squared. So that is multiplied by itself. Then kunin natin yung y squared. So y squared, ganun lang din. That is multiplied by itself. Yan. So nakuha na natin yung mga sub-variable ng xy. We have the x squared and also have the y squared. Then syempre kunin natin yung summation. So summation is just simply the plus sum. So sum lang natin yan. So we have the summation 73. We also have the summation of 321. We have the summation of 3142. And this is summation of 713. And we have the summation of 1411. Yeah. Then, saka natin i-apply yung mga value, di ba? So ilalagay lang natin. So ipa-plot lang natin yung mga value. So ipa-plot lang daw natin. So i-apply lang natin. That is equivalent to n. N is the number given, that is 8. Times daw natin sa summation of xy. So dito summation ng xy, 3, 1, 4, 2. Ma-minus daw natin siya sa summation of x, which is 73. 73, ta-times naman daw natin siya sa summation of y, which is 321. Okay? So yan lang. So i-apply lang natin. So same din dito. I-apply lang natin yung value ng n, summation of x squared. Ma-minus natin sa summation ng x, tapos c squared, then apply. Then pag in-apply natin yan, so makukuha na natin yung variable r. So makukuha na daw natin yung variable r. So yan. So i-plot lang natin. So once na plinat natin, yan. So makukuha natin yung so yan, so na-plot na natin. So no, then makukuha na natin yung mga value. Then pag nakuha natin yung value, so i-apply na lang yung summation. So makuha daw natin ay 0.886. So ito yung formula, di ba? So nakuha na natin itong mga given na to, xy. So sinamation na natin. So sinabstitute lang natin lahat ng value dito sa formula. Then nakuha daw natin ay 0.0086. Tama ba? So that is 0.886. So nakuha natin that is positive. So therefore, so meron daw silang strong positive linear relationship between the trunk diameter and tree height. So meaning daw nito is pag nagbabago daw yung trunk diameter, may tendency daw magbago din daw yung height. So based dito, kasi nakuha natin is positive. So there are strong positive relationship between the trunk diameter and the tree height. So pag may changes, apektado yung isa. So dito meron tayong X variable which is this is the independent variable. So si trunk natin. So ito yung independent variable natin. Then ito naman ay si Y variable. So ibig sabihin, pag nagbago yung diameter neto, may tendency daw magbago yung height. Pag nagbago yung diameter, so may tendency magbago. So ito yung independent yung tree height. So that is the independent variable. Okay? So meaning, ito iti-test natin later on. Ito ipipredict natin later on. Okay? So yan, so nakuha na natin yung R is equivalent to 0.886. So in-apply lang natin tong formula na to. So para na-apply yung para mahanap natin yan. So ginawa natin tong table na to. Kinuha natin yung XY which is times X, right? Then we have X squared. So ayan, X squared. Then we have Y squared. Then we have the summation of each value. So summation is just simply sum. Then apply. So nakuha na natin yung R 0.886. So therefore, pwede mo natin sabihin, meron tayong strong linear relationship between the trunk and the tree. Okay? Ayan. So nasundan po ba kung paano nakuha? Nakuha naman po ba yon? Nasundan naman po? Okay. So kung nasundan naman, so that is the manual. So that is the manual part. Pwede nating, syempre alam kung tamad-tamad tayo minsan, syempre dun tayo minsan sa automatic part. So paano tayo magkakaroon ng automatic part? So dahil nasa Excel na tayo, so gagamitin natin yung capabilities ng Microsoft Excel ng lahat ng kailangan natin. Okay? So we have now, punta tayo sa data. We have the data, then hanapin lang sa data analysis. Okay. Sir, wala kaming data analysis. So data, punta tayo sa data menu, data analysis. Sir, wala kaming data analysis. Okay, so pag sinabi nating independent variable, ito yung independent variable, ito yung ito yung may pagbabago sa dependent variable. Pag sinabi natin X, ito yung ipipredict natin later on. X is the dependent variable, ito yung ipipredict natin. Sorry, X is in the independent variable, Y is the dependent variable. So independent to. Ito yung ipipredict natin. Yung Y variable or independent variable, ito yung mga ipipredict natin. Okay, so the dependent variable, which is si Y, ito yung mga we trying to understand and predict. So ipipredict daw natin yung height based dun sa trunk diameter. So pag sinabi natin dependent variable, ito yung mga explanatory variable, diba? Ito yung mga factors that may affect your dependent variables. Okay? Okay, so yan. So nakuha na natin. So ngayon, gamitin natin yung pinakamabilis na trabaho. We have the data analysis. Sir, wala kaming data analysis. So ang gagawin niyo lang po, punta po kayo sa file. So later on, sisend ko naman yung steps paano hanapin yan. So we have file. Hanapin lang po yung options. So sa file po, hanapin lang po natin yung options. Kung wala po kayong makitang options, hanapin lang po itong more. Tapos options. Hanapin po yung options sa file menu. So kung walang file menu, kung walang option sa file menu, hanapin lang po yung more. Then piliin lang po options. Then dito po hanapin lang. So lalabas po yung Excel option tab. So piliin lang po tong add-ins. Ayan. So piliin lang po yung add-ins. Pag napili po yung add-ins, hanapin po tong manage. Then make sure ang manage ay naka-Excel add-ins. Excel add-ins, then click go. So pag may click go po dyan, lalabas po yung tab add-ins. So paglabas po yung tab add-ins, make sure i-check nyo tong analysis toolpack. So check lang po natin tong analysis toolpack. Yan. Then click nyo lang po okay. Okay? Then pag napindutin yung automatically, lalabas na tong data analysis. Ulitin natin, file menu, hanapin yung option. Kung wala po yung option, hanapin lang po yung more, then options. Then, dyan, piliin si add-ins, manage, make sure that is Excel add-ins, tapos pindutin lang po yung go, lalabas po tong add-ins, check lang po si toolpath, then click po. Okay, so the dependent variable is the variable y. Ito yung magkakaroon tayo ng gusto natin i-predict. So, ipipredict natin yung height. So, ipipredict natin yung height. Diba? So, siya yung naging dependent variable. So, ipipredict natin yung height based dun sa trunk diameter. So, kaya nga may some more on prediction content. Okay? Siyempre, hindi natin agad, kaya naging X variable to, kaya naging independent tong trunk diameter. Siyempre, yan yung magiging basis, di ba? Diyan din natin nalalaman sa puno kung gaano na siya, ano, di ba? Kung gaano na siya katanda based dun sa circle na meron siya dun sa mga trunk. Di ba? So, kaya dito, naging dependent variables. Okay? So, next dyan. So, nalagyan natin si toolpath. So, kumpitin na natin ng mabilisan ng mga bagay-bagay. So, this is for the manual. So, apply lang natin itong mga to. Hanapin yung mga yan. So, that is for the manual. Then, we have the automatic content. So, ito, isang mabilisang output lang ito. Ibibigyan niya lahat ng kailangan mo. Then later on, isa-isahin natin. Okay? So, may data analysis ka na, di ba? So, yan. Okay, so ngayon, sige, gawa muna tayo ng chart. So, gawa muna tayo ng chart. So, insert, hanapin lang po itong si scatter diagram. So, bago nyo piliin niya, so make sure naka-highlight tayo. So, highlight muna yung laman ng table. Scattered, scattered. Ayan, so makikita nyo na yung content natin. Then, syempre, lagyan mo na lang siya ng mga titles. Kung anong gusto mo mga titles. So, syempre yung patayo, that is the y variable. So, this is for the tree height. Syempre, yung horizontal. So, yung mga horizontal natin, this is for the tree height. Trunk. Baliktad data. Tama, tree height. Tapos ito, trunk, diameter. Diameter. Well, tayo ito sa spelling. Oh, yeah. So, lagyan mo na ng title if ever. So, yan. So, ngayon, so hahanapin natin yung regression. So, hanapin natin yung tinatawag na linear regression. So, hanapin natin yung straight line. Kung saan tatama. So, dun sa pagtumama yung mga yan, so dun tayo magkakaroon ng predictions. So, saan tatama yung trunk diameter tsaka tree height. So, paano natin kunin yan? So, make sure, pindutin mo lang tong plus sign. Ayan, click mo lang yung chart, hanapin tong plus sign. So, click mo yung plus sign. Ayan. So, yung mga chart elements. So, naka-indicate dyan, title, data labels. You have data labels. Ayan. We have error bars. We have the grid line, syempre. We have some legends. And we have the thread line. So, piliin nyo lang po ngayon si thread line. So, piliin lang natin si thread line. Ayan. So, piliin lang natin si thread line. Ayan. So, ngayon, ito yung thread line natin. Dito natin ngayon malalaman yung tinatawag nating linear regressions. Okay, may tinatawag tayong linear. Ang kailangan natin, linear regression. So, ito, una, kinuha lang natin is correlations. So, kanina kinuha lang natin correlations. Ngayon, gumawa tayo ng charts para malaman natin kung magiging linear ba siya o magiging curvular. So, gagamitin natin ay meron tayong formula for linear regression. So, we have some formula for linear regression. Linear regression. So, ang formula natin, so formula for linear regression. And so, may formula tayo for linear regression. So, ang formula po natin for linear regression ay y. Y is equivalent to bx plus, saan yung plus? Plus a. Where a is our y-intercept, or just simply intercept lang siya. Then we have b is indicated for the slope. Pag sinabi intercept, kung saan sila nag-meet. Di ba? Kung saan sila nag-cross, ganyan. Then we have, syempre, we have the x that is our independent variable. Independent variable. And we have y. Y is our dependent variable. Yan. So, na-define na. So, yan. So, nakuha pa lang natin is correlation. So, correlation meaning, kung may kinalaman ba ang isang variable sa isang variable. So, kinuha lang natin yung correlation. So, using this formula. So, ito nakuha natin. So, therefore, may possible daw. Okay, may possible linear correlation silang dalawa. So, para naman makuha natin yung linear correlation, naggawa tayo ng chart. So, pinhighlight lang natin yung variable together with the header. Then, pumunta tayo sa insert. Then, we have some charts. Then, magpa-pop up na yung charts. Then, isa sa requirement natin para malaman natin na linear sila. So, pindutin lang po si plus. Si plus, hanapin lang po si trend line. So, hanapin lang po si trend line. Then, ngayon, sa trend line na yan, pwede natin piliin to. Hanapin lang po yung more options. Kung gusto nyo agad makita automatically yung formula natin, pindutin lang po itong display equation on chart. Then, click OK. Then, automatically, meron ka ng formula. So, meron ka na nakuha formula which is y is equivalent to 5413x minus 30 minus 1.3417. Okay. So, ito yung formula natin for the linear regressions. Y is equivalent to bx plus a. So, paano daw natin kukunin itong linear regression na yan? So, gagamitin natin to. Yan, yung formula na yan. So, paano natin ngayon hahanapin yung y-intercept? Paano daw natin hahanapin si slope? Siyempre, meron tayong variable x, meron tayong variable y. So, gagamitin na natin ngayon yung pinakamabilis na paraan. Data. Data analysis. Hanapin lang po si regressions. Click OK. Then, may magpapapa po na regression tab. So, pag may nagpapa po regression tab, i-fill out po lahat ng inputs na kailangan natin. So, input, syempre, we have input y. So, click lang po. So, piliin lang po si input y. Ayan. Together with the header. So, dapat daw po kasama si header. So, this is the header. Then, we have the input x natin. So, input x. So, ganun din. Piliin si x. Okay. And huwag kalimutan pindutin si label. So, ang purpose ng label para may label yung output natin. So, para magkaroon ng label yung mga output content natin. So, don't forget to click the label. Yan. Then, itong output range naman, kung saan mo gusto i-display, pwede sa new worksheet or new workbook. Ito output range. So, dito lang naman yan sa loob. Kung saan gusto mo. Yan. Then, click ulit. Then, ngayon, piliin lang din naman po si residual. Residuals. Yan. So, piliin lang po natin dyan. So, para makita po natin dyan or para magkaroon tayo ng comparison between the predicted and actual. So, piliin lang po natin to si residual. Then, click OK. Then, magkakaroon na po tayo ng summary. So, magkakaroon na po tayo ng summary for the content. Okay, so magkakaroon na po tayo ng summary. Ito na po yung summary ng mga kailangan natin. So makikita nyo po dito, we have multiple R, R squared adjusted observation. Observation based on the number given. So itong standard error is just simply the comparison error content natin. So ito yung gagamitin natin dito. We have the multiple R or just simply the R coefficient. So nakuha natin dito ay 0.886. Nakuha natin sa manual ay 0.886. So, tama. So, tama yung content natin. Yan. So, tama yung content. Diba? So, nakuha natin. Then, dito ngayon, may kita nyo din dito yung residual. So, meron tayong predicted ng value ng y. So, ito yung value ng y natin, yung height. Predicted lang siya, pero meron tayong actual. So, meron tayong comparison natin. Tabi lang natin, for example. Then later niya, ano naman natin yan. Ayan. So, meron tayong actual. So, this is the actual. So, actual variable ng y. So, this actual variable ng y. Diba? So, ang predicted natin na makukuha niya kapag meron siyang trunk na 8 diameter is 35.06. Kaso, ang actual natin is 35. Ibig sabihin, yung prediction mo kinulang ng negative. Kaya na negative, so kinulang. So actual natin 49, expected lang natin at predicted natin is 39. So meron pang sobra na 9. Predicted natin 27, actual natin 27, predicted 30. So may utang pa kinulang. Then we have predicted natin is 25 pero actual is 30. So sobra. So this is sobra. Diba? So yan. So ito yung result dyan. Ibig sabihin ito yung para sa prediction natin. Ito yung gagamitin natin for the predictions. Ayan. So meron tayong predicted y and we have the actual value ni y. Okay, so lahat ng kailangan natin makukuha na natin. Then ngayon, paano natin kukunin ngayon itong linear regression na to? So paano natin kukunin yung linear regression natin gamit ito? So ngayon, itong ANOVA din natin kailangan yan kasi that is another statistical concept. So dito tayo magpo-focus sa part na to. So, sa part na to, dito lang tayo. Ito lang yung kailangan natin. Ito lang yung kailangan natin. Ito lang yung kailangan natin. Pag sinabing intercept, ano ibig sabihin ng intercept? Ayan no. So A is equivalent to y-intercept or just simply y. So ito ngayon si A. Then we have the slope. So slope natin will be kung saan nag-meet siya. So intercept tsaka yung variable x. So ang variable x natin, so that's basically your slope. Yan. So yun yung slope natin. Then pwede mo na i-apply sa formula. Ano yung formula natin? So the formula now, y is equivalent to B. Ano yung B natin? So B natin ay 4.5413. 4.5413. Then we have X plus 8. So plus 8. So ang A natin, so A is just simply the intercept. Ayan. So intercept. So lalagay, negative yan. So ilalagay mo na dito minus 1.3147. Ayan. So nakuha na natin yung formula for your linear regressions. So tinignan natin dito kanina. So pinindit natin to. Then we have the trend plus, trend line. Hanapin lang more options. Then hanapin nyo lang yung display equation on chart. Click. So ito yung nasa chart nung wala pa tayong calculation. So 4.5 per x minus 1.31xy. So base dito sa analysis ng regressions. Ayan. So ito si R. So tama. Then gagamitin natin tong coefficient na intercept which is sa formula natin sa intercept. That is letter A. Ayan. So we have letter A. Then obviously nasa baba niya will be the variable for B or the slope. Yan. Then, nakuha na natin yung A, nakuha natin yung B base dito sa summary natin. So, ayan. So, so plinat lang natin. Y is equivalent to Bx plus A. So, Y is 4.5413x. So, minus. Bakit siya minus? Kasi that is negative. So, minus 1.3147. Okay. So, yan. Nakuha natin. Okay. So, mag-end to. So, rejoin lang uli kayo dun sa same link. Tapos, continue lang natin yung discussion. Okay? Yeah. So mag-end to, rejoin lang kayo to same content. Okay. Same link ka, same link, same link.
Listen, I can't tell you. Can you make a list? I suppose so.
Okay, so yan. Yung recording session, isisend ko yan later on. So, syempre, kukompile natin yan kasi nahati sa dalawa. Kukompile yan, then isisend ko na lang yung link later on. Okay, ayan. So, okay, so let's continue. Ayan. So, ginawa natin, recall, bago tayo mag-end. So, recall, so, syempre, meron tayong variables. So, una natin kinuha kung meron bang relationship between the two. So, gumamit tayo ng coefficient R or the correlation analysis. So dito sa correlation analysis, so ito yung formula. Then on this formula, so in-apply lang natin. So kinuha natin yung xy, x squared, y squared, then sinamation natin or tinotal lang natin. Then after that, so pinat lang natin yung mga value. So pinat lang natin summation ng xy, summation ng x, tapos summation y, summation ng x squared, tapos we have the variable summation of x. So in-apply lang natin. Okay? Then after that, so nakuha natin yung R, 0.886. So meaning meron tayong, therefore, there are strong positive linear relationship between trunk diameter and tree height. Ibig sabihin, merong relationship. Ibig sabihin, pag nagbagong isa, magbabago yung isa. Okay? So kaya nakuha natin yan. Then after that, so para din ma-determine natin yung linear relationship, so gumawa naman tayo ng chart. So gumawa tayo ng chart. So ginawa natin sa chart, highlight muna natin yung variable x at variable y. Tapos pumunta tayo sa insert, pinili natin si scattered. So pagkapili natin sa scattered, lalabas yung chart. Then naglagay lang tayo ng additional option for the chart. So pinindot lang natin itong plus sign. So naglagay tayo ng axis title. So we have some grid line. And also wag kalimutan si trend line. So si trend line will indicate our linear relationship. So dito natin makikita kung saan ba sila nagkaroon ng stable or nagkaroon ng tawag dito, naging basis nila. Okay, ng pagtaas baba ng content. So yun yung purpose natin for the trend line. Then sa trend line, pinili natin more options. So pwede natin i-display yung equation. Okay. So pwede i-display yung equation. Ang equation natin for linear regression ay y is equivalent to bx plus a. But may magtatapos. So we have y is equivalent to bx plus a. Ayan. So this is the formula for linear regression where a is the y-intercept kung saan sila mag-meet. Ayan. B is for the slope, yung pag ano natin, pag swing ba siya, kung mag-linear ba siya or curvular. We have, syempre, the x is the independent variable, then y is the dependent variable, which is ito yung ating mga prediction factors. So this will be the prediction factors. Then the x natin will be kung ano yung mangyari sa kanila affected si y. So, yeah, so pinat na natin yung mga formula for linear regressions. Then, para makuha natin lahat ng needed value ng mabilisan without even computations, so gumamit tayo ngayon ng data. We have data analysis. Then from data analysis, sinanaplat natin si regression. So clinic lang natin is okay. Then sinelect natin yung input ng y together with the header. In-input natin yung x range together with the header. Header natin itong x and y. Then syempre nilagyan natin ng label so para malaman natin kung ano yung mga output content natin. Then syempre piliin natin yung output range kung saan mo siya gusto i-display. Within the same page, within the new worksheet, or we have new workbook. Then piliin natin si residuals kasi dito natin malalaman kung magkakaroon ba ng pagbabago or tumama ba yung prediction natin or hindi. So click lang natin yan, then okay. Nag-click natin okay, so mag-display itong summary natin. So ito yung summary output. So makita nyo regression statistics. So dito sa regression statistics, ang kailangan natin dito ay si multiple R. So si multiple R ang kailangan natin, which is indicated for the coefficients. So dito natin malalaman kung meron silang positive, negative, strong relationship, or no relationship at all. So yan, so nakuha natin ay 0.86 sa automatic. So sa manual nakuha natin, so sakto lang. So therefore, there are strong relationship between the trunk diameter and the tree. Ano? Then, paano naman daw natin kukunin itong linear regression natin? So, para daw makuha natin yung formula. So, linear regressions. So, dito naman uli sa analysis natin, sa summary, hanapin lang po yung intercept tsaka kung ano po yung variable nakalagay. So, pag nakita po natin yung word na intercept, sabi natin, A is indicated for the y-intercept or just simply the intercept. Which is, ayan. So, this is A. Then, yung variable nasa ilalim niya, kasama niyang variable, automatically that will be the slope. So, that is positive or positive 4. So, that become B. Then, pinat lang natin. So, Y, so B, we have 4.541x. Tapos, ang nakalagay dito is negative. So, obviously, that become minus. Kasi positive times negative. So, naging negative yan. Kaya naging minus 1.31. Siyempre, kung positive yung plus. E, nakuha naman natin ay negative. So, minus na nakalabasan doon. Okay? So, nakuha natin 4.5413x minus 1.3147x. So, tama. Dun sa trend line mo. So, paano nakuha yung formula? Plus sign, trend line, more options, then hanapin lang po yung display equation. So, click lang display equation. So, click mo rin itong display R. So, makikita mo dyan kung sumasak, kung tama rin ba yung nasusolve. Ayan, so. Okay? Ayan, so R squared. So, makikita mo dito, R squared. R squared, 7854. R squared is 7850. So, lahat ang kailangan mo, nandun na ng mabilisan. Okay? Ayan. So, nasusundan po ba ako? Nakukuha naman po ba? May tanong po ba tayo doon? O, mukhang walang tanong. Okay, sige, let's continue. So, another way. Kung ayaw nyo gawin yung data analysis, imano-mano natin. Imano-mano natin in that the word mano-mano. I-automatic natin siya using the Excel. So, we have linear regression. So, formula natin, y is equivalent to bx plus a. Where a is the y-intercept or just simply the intercept. So, papasin nyo, ayan o, magbabago yung term kasi trunk diameter ginamit ko. So, ang nakalagay kasi dito, yan, so trunk diameter. So, makikita nyo yun. So, ibig sabihin, kung yung naka-display dito, mga naka-display dito, depende sa header nyo, ha? Depende dun sa header na ginamit nyo. Okay? Yan. So, ngayon, so nakuha na, kukunin na natin yung mga regression natin. Pero gagamit lang tayo ng mga manual procedures. Meaning not manual procedure, gagawa tayo ng mga formula content. Okay. So, gusto natin hanapin yung linear regressions. So, gusto natin hanapin yung formula for linear regressions. Ito lang po gagamitin natin. Gagamitin po natin yung formula for the equation na linear or linear regression, linear established. Kukunin natin yung variable y. Kukunin natin yung variable x. So, kunin natin yung linear regression. So, para makuha natin yung formula or yung mga value for linear regressions, so gagamitin po natin yung formula na linear. So, that is equal sign. Type nyo lang po linear. Okay. Then, kunin lang po yung non-variable y. So, this is the non-variable y. Kama. Then, kunin lang po yung variable ng x. So, highlight lang po. Hindi po kasama yung header dyan pag ina-highlight na natin. Then, close and enter. So, yan na po. So, nakuha na natin sabi nakuha natin kanina. Ano ba nakuha natin kanina formula? Yung nakuha natin. Diba? So, yan. So, meron tayong 4.54. So, same lang. So, same lang. Diba? So, ito yung ginamit natin. So, pag ganyan, so this is the um, the slope. Yan, so this is the slope and this is the intercept. Yan, so this is the intercept. So kung ayaw mo naman kunin itong linis na yon, gusto mo kunin isa-isa, so gagamitin naman natin yung formula pag isa-isa. So type mo lang naman intercept, intercept. Ayan. Kunin mo lang din yung lahat ng variable ni y, comma, lahat ng variable ni x. So ulitin natin, ang ginamit natin dito ay equal sign. We have linis for linear regression. Open parenthesis. Kunin natin lahat ng variable. Ay, naka-indicate naman dyan, lahat daw ng variable ni y, comma, lahat ng variable ni x, then close parenthesis. And obviously, so kunin niya na or bibigay niya na yung B tsaka A mo. So ito naman, kung gusto mo hanapin isa-isa, meron tayong intercept. So intercept naman is for A. So si A lang hanapin natin dito, ha? So we have, ang ibibigay niya lang output ay A. So we have equal sign, intercept. Intercept, lahat ng variable ni y, comma, lahat ng variable ni x. Close parenthesis, enter. So nakuha mo na ngayon si A, ayan, negative 1.3147. So ulitin natin. So that is intercept. Yan, intercept. Kunin lahat ng variable ni y, comma, then kunin lahat ng variable ni x, then close parenthesis, enter. So nakuha mo na yung intercept. And lastly, kapag kukunin mo na, gusto mo naman kunin si slope, so ganun lang din, equal sign. Siyempre, gamitin mo lang yung formula na slope. Then, lahat ng variable ni y, comma, lahat ng variable ni x. So, this is B. So, this is B. So, we have equal sign slope. Lahat ng variable ni y, comma, lahat ng variable ni x. Then, enter. So, yun na. So, nakuha mo na si 4. So, pili ka na lang kung anong bet nyo. Itong tatlo na to, linis, intercept, or slope. So, ulitin natin. That is slope. Lahat ng variable ni y, i-highlight lahat ng variable ni y, comma, i-highlight lahat ng variable ni x, then yan. So, nakuha na natin yung iba't ibang way para makuha natin si linear regression. So, dito, isang mabilisan, nakuha natin agad lahat. Nakuha natin si R. Hanapin lang natin dito sa coefficients natin. So, hanapin lang yung variable. So, si intercept, so that will be the y-intercept. So, that is 8. Then yung sa ilalim ng intercept na yan, obviously that will be the B or that is the slope. Then apply na lang natin. So then ngayon, yung formula natin, i-verify na natin ngayon yan. So i-verify na natin yung mga formula natin. Yan. So meron tayong, so ito yung nakuha nating actual. So meron tayong actual na height. So sabi natin, si height, di ba yung dependent variable, so ito yung hanapan natin na prediction. So ito yung hanapan natin ng prediction. So meron tayong prediction. So predicted value, prediction. So yung prediction natin based dito sa formula ng linear regression natin. So ang prediction natin will vary on the formula. Yan. So meron tayong prediction. Ha? Okay. So meron tayong prediction. So meron tayong prediction. Tapos meron tayong residual. Ibig sabihin sobra or just simply the difference. Yan. Then, paano natin ngayon makukuha yung prediction? So, para makuha yung prediction, i-apply nyo lang syempre yung formula ng linear natin. So, i-apply mo lang yung formula ng linear. So, yung formula ng linear? Equal sign 4.5413 times mo daw sa variable x. Ano yung variable x natin? Ito. So, times mo lang daw siya dyan. Times lang daw. Minus, syempre yung 1.3147. Then, enter. Yan. Tapos, copy. Yan. So, this is 35. So, nakuha natin prediction. Ito yan, oh, prediction. So, 35.06, 35.06, 39. Ayun din. So, 35. Diba? So, 35.06. 35.557. So, natin sa 3. 35.557. 34.7. So, sakto. Nakuha natin. Then, meron siyang residual. May sobra or kulang. So, paano natin makukuha itong residual? So, para makuha si residual o yung difference natin, so gagamit lang tayo ng formula actual minus prediction. So, actual minus prediction lang siya. So, that is actual minus the prediction. So, negative. Yan. So, 35, 35.06. So, this is, ayun, 35.06. So, negative 6. Yan. So, nakuha natin yung residual. So, ngayon, so makita natin ngayon dito. Yan. So, makita natin ngayon. So, yung actual natin ay 35. Ang na-predict natin ay 35 points. So, may kulang siya ng 0.66. Ito 49, 35. So, lahat ng positive dyan, sobra. No, so, ngayon dito, so pwede na kayong maggawa ng conclusion. Or, kung gusto mo madaling conclusion, balik tayo sa chart. So, balik tayo sa chart. Balik ka lang sa chart mo. Balik ka lang sa chart mo. Tapos, dito sa mga line na to, saan tumama yung mga scattered natin? So, tumama yung scattered natin saan? Dito sa diameter natin na 8, tsaka saan? In between dito. So, kung ano naman siya, for example, kung 35. Ibig sabihin, dito sila sa area ngayon, nagkaroon ng, ito yung naging basis niya, kung tataas ba or bumaba. So, ito, yung mga dumaan dun sa line, yung mga tinamaan ng line. So, yung tinamaan ng line, yung 8. So, check mo ngayon. Yan. So, sa 8. So, ito yung naging basis kung tumaas or bababa yung ating data. So, ayan. So, nakuha na natin. So, pwedeng manual mo na lang siya ganito. Ayan. So, i-manual mo kunin yung linear regressions. Yan, kunin mo yung linear regression, which is A is for the intercept, B is for the slope, X, Y. So, para makuha yung mga yan, so pwede natin gamitin si linear. Yan. Or pwede mo isa-isahin si intercept. Then, kunin mo yung slope. Then, pag nakuha mo na yung mga formula natin na ganyan, so makuha mo na ngayon yung linear regression. Sa-substitute lang natin siya sa y is equivalent to bx plus a. So, b is 4, tapos x minus 1. Then, etong nasa regression natin, that will be the predictions. Ito natin ipipredict natin. So, predict natin, ito yung prediction natin, pero na-measure natin ito. So, prediction, tsaka ito, magkakaroon niya ng difference or residual o sobra or kulang. So, lahat ng negative value, kulang, lahat ng positive, sobra. So, para makuha yung residue, so ginamit natin is actual minus the prediction. So, actual minus the prediction. So, nakuha na natin yung difference. So, ganyan po, ginagamit ang regression. So, titignan natin kung may correlation ba Or may kinalaman ba yung isang variable sa isang variable? So, papasin natin dito, kapag nagbabago yung trunk diameter, nagbabago rin yung ano, yung tree height. Di ba? So, diameter ko 8. So, ito yung nakuha. Diameter 9, ito. 7, ito. 6, ito. Ay, babaw, kung maglagay ako pa ng panibago, 8. So, papansin mo, may prediction ka na dapat ito yung mami-measure. Kung maglagay ako ng 15, so may prediction na agad na dapat ito yung height na makukuha ko. Then 10, so automatic yan. So, that is prediction na tinatawag. Okay, so kahit ilan ang lagay ko na value dyan, so automatically, so meron siyang prediction. Kasi ko-compare niya doon sa actual na na-measure mo. Diba? Kung actual measurement mo. Diba? Tapos makikita mo dyan kung magkakautang ba or hindi. So yun yung residue. Kung kinulang ba or sinobra based dun sa prediction. Tapos yun na lang yun yung pagbabasihan mo. Yung slope na rin. So titignan mo lang dito. So para makita mo rin dito, kung sino yung magiging basis nila, so hanapin mo lang dun sa chart kung saan tumama yung lines. Okay, so that is the regressions. Okay, so do you have any questions po ba? So sisend ko sa chat box lahat ng mga needed nyo. Sisend ko sa chat box yung PowerPoint, sisend ko yung steps kung paano hanapin yung analysis. Then sisend ko din yung sisend ko din yung PowerPoint. Okay? Then yung laman ng mga analysis content, so pwede nyo i-try para makita nyo yung mga output. So lahat naman ng steps doon ay provided na. Then yung mga video presentation is isesend ko po siya. So ayusin ko lang po muna yung ano natin, yung video. So tawag dito, i-compress natin siya. So, i-combine lang natin. Okay? Para at least mas lumit lang yung ano. So, bibigay ko lang naman po yung wait lang. So, yan. So, yan. Nasend ko na yung tatlong abat. Yan. So, tatlo yung kailangan natin. Simple regression. Yan. So, yung calculating na lang pala. So, dapat apat yan. So, calculating. So, dito papakita kung paano hanapin si so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So, lahat ng kailangan po, nandyan na. So you can try. Then later on, magsisend ako ng mga activities for that. Okay? Yes, kasama sa exam, yung definition. Okay. So, tignan natin kung paano tayo, siyempre, tayo muna natin yung mga exam natin that is May 12. So, siyempre, meron pa tayo hanggang unsupervised learning. Ayan. Okay. Sige. So, that's it. So, do you have any questions pa po ba? Clarifications? Verification? So, wala namang po tanong. Okay, so, andyan na po. So, nasend ko na po yung mga content natin. So, if there's no further questions, so that will be all for today. Then, kita na lang tayo later on. Okay, para ma-explain na yung mga kailangan natin sa finals para kasi dahil lagi tayo nag-online or nag-asynchronous, so para at least kahit paano hindi masayang yung mga tools na nabili natin. So, hindi naman natin na-anticipate na magiging ganito yung ating weather condition. Okay po. So, that's it. So, kita na lang tayo later on. Okay po. So, thank you. Bye-bye. See you later.